What's up, Discord? What's up, YouTube? Beautiful blue sunny skies today. Just enough breeze to allow you to get out and enjoy it. Biden, okay, posted in the Discord, I believe Thursday or Friday, footage of Trump suggesting he was going to be stepping down. What the hell that was? Stepping down tomorrow. Not stepping down, like getting out of the race. Stepping aside. I just saw another article suggesting that there's been internal talks over the weekend that may happen. There was also a prominent Russian figure in the U.S. for some kind of UN meeting or something or other. Basically, Democrats haven't had any interest in ending the Ukraine-Russia situation. All they've done is send money and write bill after bill to help prolong that. Trump has said that's his first goal when he's in office: stabilize the region, stabilize the situation with Putin. Coincidentally, someone is meeting. Man, what is that? What the hell is that? Someone is some kind of animal gonna get me here in a second. Putin is Trump wants to stabilize that, and all of a sudden we've got Russian figures on U.S. soil that haven't been there in 2 years. So we got big things potentially coming for the week. There's inflation data coming out. The data has been bogus for as long as there's been data, as long as the Dems have been in office. I mean, they're trying to tell you it's like 2.6 and shit. And then you got guys posting videos about his Walmart play. Would you like to reorder the same products? And it was 400% more. It was 380% more or something. And we've all been to Costco and our local grocery store, and that shit is sky high, hundreds of percent more. It's not fucking no 2%. All that fake data can, jump off a bridge, because I don't know what the hell 2% they're talking about. But, the markets are at all-time highs again, and we've got, this situation unfolding where the left is not happy with Biden. Let's be real, it's been Obama all along. That's just my opinion, YouTube. Don't, fact check me and say otherwise. But I mean, Kamala has literally Freudian slipped, and she did it again this Friday, and called him the vice president. Oh, and he was vice president for Obama. She's Freudian slipped 8 times. So basically, Obama will be ending his 3rd term here, I think. I don't know if that doesn't mean that Trump will win in November, but it does mean we got to have a new candidate step forward. And then you also have on the independent scene, RFK Jr., right? Maybe he comes to the limelight a bit, and they try to, maybe the deep state tries to get a hold of him. I don't know. But it's definitely looking like Biden. If he doesn't announce this week, I'd be surprised, but not shocked. He was actually doing some kind of rallying this weekend. You couldn't pay me to be a Biden supporter at this point, unless it was $5 million. And, Biden, you got my vote, bro. We're tight. But really, it need to be life-changing money for me to ever vote that way if I was an American. So with that said, I mean, like I said, the markets could have a big swing today from all-time highs. Maybe they dip lower and check some support this week instead of just continuing this never-ending rise. You had the France situation where they've got new, and in the UK where they've got new people instilled in office. Is this like the NWO at work? Is this just, perfect timing? I don't know what it is. And then even in Canada, you have the non-confidence in our leader as well. So we have a lot of leadership changes globally happening right now that people want to see. 5 years post CV19, it's been a hard time for a lot of people. A lot of people have had a really hard time, and it's gotten worse. Canada's unemployment is 6.9%, guys. Basically, if you were 69 people, guys, out of 1,000 is insane. But the worst my province personally ever had was 10%. So I mean, it could get worse before it gets better. We'll see. I just think you know, you look at Bitcoin, even this hyper dangerous, risky asset, dropping over $9,000 last week in a span of 2 days. It caught support at 53K on Friday, went all the way to 58K, and now it's dumping again. You know, Wall Street Journal, again, they're saying these people want Trump out. People from New York, and they mentioned specifically like people from New York and people from California, right? It's going to be easy to say some people from Texas want him out, or any Republican state, but when you have people from Democrat states that want him out, the pressure is on, right? All of these sort of things are coming together, culminating into what I think could be finally, you know, another little bit of a drop-off in the markets. Now, it is interesting. I can't remember his name. He's a very wealthy, very smart, very, very wealthy guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head here. He would say he actually fears that the market is going to go parabolic, like another market. I think he mentioned Venezuela or something, where he's like assets just go sky high because like nothing is attainable, and then everything just gets funneled into a few assets, and we are kind of already seeing that, right? Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, Netflix, even Tesla, right? Tesla, guys, Jesus, Tesla went from 165 to 252 in like a month, and in 1 week it was like 180 to 252. Like that's over $200 billion, guys. 40% it went up in 4 sessions, in 4 days. So that's either completely unsustainable, or this thing just gets so crazy that when the market finally does crash, it's going to just wipe funds and shit out, because they're going to be so heavily weighted into some of these stocks, because they're going to be forced to chase some of these, you know, what are deemed to be top asset classes, you know, like Apple, that when they crash, it's going to be really bad for everybody. And we already know that in the U.S., you know, like Social Security is under pressure. In Canada, too, Social Security is under a lot of pressure. I really feel like there's just bigger things at play. BRICS nations added like 100 members in the last month. And if you don't know what BRICS nations is, you got to just go look it up yourself, guys. But essentially, it's an alternative asset class trading on not USD. So, you know, the strength of the USD is kind of reliant on its trading power. When the trading power is gone, what do you have left? You have a piece of paper that is not backed by shit. That isn't backed by trading either. So you don't have anything. Canada's got it even worse, because I mean, our dollar is worth fuck all as is. You know, and I guess, like, I do have viewers that are outside Canada and US, but the majority of them are in Canada and US, and it's like, could even be more serious issues and problems ahead for our global markets, you know, for North America here, you know, come say 2025. The guy that predicted the 08 crash and what was the other crash? I don't know when it was, the dot-com bubble 2000. The guy that predicted that, he said 2025. 2025 would be whoever is next in presidency. But you have other people saying soft landing. So there's still a lot of uncertainty in the air. Every time the Fed speaks, people say, oh, cuts. They've been saying that for 14, 15, 16 months now. There's been 0 cuts, guys. There was like something like 14 record amount of hikes, and actually there's been 0 cuts. And the market originally started rallying because they thought that they were going to cut in November, in December, in January, February, March. So it's priced in 6 to 8 cuts. We've had 0 cuts. So when we actually get cuts, in my mind, is at like a sell the news event where the market still sells off. So there's all these catalysts lined up from what I can see from where I'm sitting that would suggest sell. You know, buy puts. Don't be buying dips. And not a lot of catalysts that would say to the moon. Buy high and sell higher, right? I mean, I didn't want NVIDIA personally I didn't want NVIDIA when it was 250, and I certainly don't want it when it's 3,000. You know, if you account for all the cuts and splits and bullshit, whatever the case, like, that's just one company. And I didn't want Apple when it was 160. Did anyone? No one wanted Meta at 110, guys. Nobody wanted that shit, and they didn't like the CEO. They didn't like Zuckerberg. They called him a lizard and everything. Said he was weird. Had him in front of Congress. Said that Facebook preyed on kids. Snapchat totally does. It's like another application that does. But it's like no one wanted it at 110, and we're supposed to take it at 550. I don't think so. So, especially not with the uncertainty of another president. You know damn sure Biden steps down, market's going to go crazy. It's going to be good volatility on both sides. Don't get me wrong. It's not just going to be straight down, I don't think. Because the market did go higher under Trump. It didn't go lower. It went higher, and then COVID happened, and it came down. That's the only reason. It's not like it came down because of him. Everyone went down. Oil was negative. Oil was negative a barrel. They were giving it away. Couldn't get rid of it. If you would have invested in oil 6 months after COVID, you wouldn't be watching this video. You'd be on a private island somewhere for the rest of your days. I did, but I sold when I was up 200%. I went from $1 to $3 and sold. And then that stock is now $35. So it's like, shit, you know, you never know with these situations. If we get a new president, though, we could be in for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months of market that we just maybe 1 week it's up and 1 week it's way down, or like I don't foresee it'll just be some sky high ramp up. The news is going to be never ending. Just a second here. Sorry about that. The news is going to be never ending, like anti-Trump, anti-right wing shit. It's as if they've forgotten that people on the left can actually agree with a lot of the points on the right, and vice versa. That the media has gone full-blown mental and thinks you can only be ultra far left or ultra far right. You also have Elon Musk this week. One last thing I'll mention, calling out Microsoft CEO. So, Bill Gates. I don't think he's the CEO anymore. But anyways, calling out Bill Gates. Could be bad for Microsoft. Microsoft is a top 3 company in the world. If one of the top 3 companies in the world gets hit, that's going to bring down the SPY. Apple went parabolic the last couple weeks. If it comes down, that's going to bring down the SPY. If Tesla gets hit because BYD brings out bullish news nonstop every day of the week, if it goes down because it rallied way too much for 4 days, it's probably going to bring the SPY and the Qs down. Both are going to bring SPY or Qs down. I'm more prepared for the downside here, guys, this upcoming week than upside, especially with the uncertainty. Uncertainty is typically downside. It's not typically upside. Upside usually comes when if there is uncertainty, if that's somehow alleviated. You know, if they're like, if nothing happens, okay, rally Friday, right? Expect a rally Thursday, Friday, if nothing comes of it. But anyways, that's the video I got for you guys. Nothing too specific, just a be cautious out there this week, because it could be a wild week this week. We'll see you in the Discord.